Bros Productions is proud to present Kansas City Jets High School Travel Hockey. Kansas City Jets Hockey is brought to you by Bickelmeyer Meats, the Bortnick Law Firm, Edward Jones Investments, Goodwin Homeworks, Jeremy Franklin Automotive, the Kansas City Ice Center, Kansas Financial Resources, KC Ice, the Kohler Bortnick Team, Olive Events and Catering, Three Peaks Lawn Care, the Midwest High School Hockey League, and Beck Bros Productions. Now, Kansas City Jets Hockey.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome out to the Liberty First Arena here in Ralston, Nebraska. The Kansas City Jets taking on the Omaha Junior Lancers once again today to finish off a rather long weekend, one of two over the season where the Jets end up playing against three teams in 3 days. I mean, the two of them same team, but 3 games in 3 days, both varsity and JV. Joel Becker along with Todd Zimlich this morning, as the Jets surprised a lot of people, I think, last night, coming up with a pair of victories over this Junior Lancer team.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm one of those that was surprised. I thought the energy level on both sides was just something I haven't seen all year.
Well, that was something I got a chance to talk with Coach Ratto about. Our coaches' conversation. As you can see, the team's getting on the ice for the warm-up, and we're about 5 minutes away from the drop of the puck for the first period of play. So let's get to our coaches' conversation this morning here on Kansas City Jets Hockey. It's a coaches' conversation. Joel Becker talking with Kansas City Jets JV head coach Radoslav Elo here on Sunday, the culmination of a 3-day 6-game weekend for both varsity and JV. Fremont on Friday, and then Omaha last night, and a little measure of revenge for our boys from going back to the last year's JV championship game, as they eventually come out on top in a shootout.
Yeah, good morning. Good one. Good one last night.
Let's turn this like that. There you
go. Yeah, it was a good one. I almost feel like back to professional hockey here with the 3-day game schedule, but yeah, good one. Very happy with the effort.
Well, that was probably the most notable thing for both varsity and JV was this was obviously their biggest test of the year, coming into Omaha playing a team that is one of the top teams in the Midwest League, and you had to have as a question in your mind as a coach, would we be able to, stay with them in terms of, can we up our level of play to the, level of play that the elite teams in the Midwest League this year is going to have? And they showed last night, both varsity and JV, they absolutely can.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I think last night was probably our first real test, as we talked about it before the game. And, we wanted to see how we're going to respond to it. Who's gonna step up their game, and how we gonna take the type of pressure and everything going on. So I think like I said, the effort was there, and that can be taken away. So I feel like that's something we need to press on this year, as with so many new kids. I mean, it's not always going to be pretty, but as long as you can work hard, good things going to happen. So,
well, that's the thing, is that when we start playing Lincoln next week, will they still be able to maintain the effort that they had this weekend? And who knows? I mean, we'll find that out.
Yeah. Well, we wrote the recipe last night, so let's stick to it.
Well, and today's probably going to be an interesting test too, because Omaha was already, we're a rival. I mean, it's a divisional rival. We're a team that has in the past knocked them out of the playoffs or kept them from winning a regular season champion. There's always been a certain level of competitiveness between our two programs, and so that going in, they were looking at not just that it would be 2 victories, but they wanted to get 2 victories. And not only did they not, they didn't get either one. So they're going to be gunning for us today, you would think.
Definitely. And I mean, that's something that I like about Omaha is that you always see a full 100% effort from everybody, and that's how we gotta play. So if we're gonna play big games and big teams, then we gotta give it all and a little bit more. And we did that last night. So today, same thing, same effort, if not better. We know how to beat them, and now the question is, do we want it? Do we want to take that W again? It might hurt a little bit. Here and there, probably not going to be pretty. So can we respond again?
It's also nice that we finally figured out a way to win a shootout too.
Oh wow, that was huge. I mean, that's a 50-50, and I'm glad we took that one.
All right, well, it should be fun. Good luck today, and hopefully we can maintain this level of play for the rest of the season.
Let's go.
All right, that is Coach Rado Slavila. I'm Joel Becker. This is the Jets Hockey Network. And we are back live now here at the Liberty First Arena. Joel Becker along with Todd Zimlich as the Kansas City Jets finishing the warm-up. So you got a chance to hear Rado there. And I definitely agree with him on, first of all, the fact that the effort level. I mean, you're obviously, Todd, new to the team this year. So you don't have a whole lot of history to remember previous years and so on and so forth, but you have seen the first few games of the season.
Yep.
And this is a team that's going to. You really weren't sure whether or not they were capable of what they did yesterday, but they are, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you didn't have to go very far back to Friday night to see a difference in how we played. I mean, it seemed like we were slower Friday night, not as energetic. And I mean, we still had a good game, but it sure changed last night, and that was evidence that both these teams saw the writing on the wall, and they responded.
Now, of course, with the JV side of things, we went through 2.5 out of 3 periods without anybody scoring.
Yeah.
That each team get a goal, and then we go to shootout. So today, certainly it is not, a done deal. But I mean, like I said, I expect a big push out of the junior Lancers to get started.
Yeah, there's probably no doubt they'll be gunning today, both teams.
I don't know who designed these jerseys, by the way. It's like I said before, the pink out of the junior Lancers is some sort of a fundraiser, and we're all for that kind of thing in terms of breast cancer or whatever it is in particular. But somebody, I mean, you'll be able to see it now. We get half a number on everybody's jersey because half of it's in black and the other half's in pink.
Yes.
So it ought to be an interesting day this morning. We'll do the best we can to try and keep you as up to date as possible on everybody who has the puck. Hopefully we can at least do it for the Jets.
There you go.
We've seen their numbers.
That'll be easy enough.
All right, looks like the Kaufman line is going to get things started for the Jets. And Julian Saldi's line for the junior Lancers, as they're still picking up pucks right now, if you're wondering about the delay. They haven't actually set the clock yet either. Somebody at some point will notice that, I'm sure. Yeah, the linesman's pointing out to him. They were ready to drop the puck with the clocks at zeros. All right, there we go. 15 minutes are up, and we are ready to go here in the first period of play. And we are underway with the Lancers winning the draw, but the puck coming back into their end. And here we go on Sunday. The Jets so far with 4 victories in 4 games. Samard with the puck for the junior Lancers. On right wing, they play it ahead toward the Jets line. And in on goal and a shot. And a save by Krugel. By the way, Cameron Krugel getting the start for Kansas City. Puck on the far side boards.
And obviously that's his brother on that line.
Yep.
I'm new again. So here we go.
Alfieri with the start, and a pretty good save there by Michael Alfieri.
Definitely.
And a shot, and another one goes a little bit wide. It is kept in by Caldwell at the right point. Am I getting that kid's name right, by the way? Alfieri? Got it. All right, so he is in goal for the Lancers. Just got a little confirmation from the Lancer squad. Caldwell with the puck. He'll send it across for his defensive partner, and Bloom sends it down low. Kaufman with the puck in the corner. He'll play it, cycle it. Now back of the net. They try and work out in front with it. Comes back to Caldwell at the right point. He'll walk the line and dump it in. It was well wide of the goal off the end boards. Bloom keeps it in, though. Now goes into the corner. A hit there. But the puck is sent out to center ice by the Lancers. Caldwell had it tipped away and working back the other way. Samard in on goal. And he had it blocked by Bloom. And like you said, a good play by Bo Bloom to break that up. Caldwell hit the linesman as he tried to dump it in. On the second effort, he does, but now back the other way for the Lancers. Again, into the zone. That's Sidoric. He just played it in on goal. Boy, that was a cover by the Jets, and he was actually kicked out of his glove. Yeah, I'm surprised that they allowed that play to continue on.
That's what happened. I was wondering because it wasn't there, and then it was.
Yeah. So Arnold had it go off his stick. We've had a long first little set of action here.
Yep.
In this first period, as we've played almost 3 minutes. Well, 2:08. Puck down deep into the Lancers' end. Brody Lee after 40 centers it. Nobody there for the Jets. Went off a skate of a Lancer player. It's kind of a dangerous area, but not if there's no blue sticks over there. Yeah. Here's Lee again. He's got Smith in front. He tried to get him the pass. It was behind him. And then Amon overskated and back the other way. Here come the Lancers working in on goal. Across. And then Redmond came up and took it away at the last second before the Lancers could pull the trigger. Westman will dump it in.
Amon made a nice play recovering on that. So.
Lemke sends it into the Lancer end. He was forced to the boards. Comes up the near side boards and Riggs. And he tried to play it down the boards, but gets
an
a
elbow.
hit. Yeah. Yep. Gets up, and the Lancers back the other way. Trying to work into the zone. Morgan. Oh. Jets player looked like he was tripped. I think that was Caldwell. Yeah. But at any rate, play goes on. And up the right wing boards, and Aiden will send it down into the Lancers' end. Back for it, Stonebreaker. He'll work towards center. He played it on left wing. That was broken up. Wood will send it back in the net.
Good pressure to keep it in.
And now about 3.5 minutes into this first period, Jets trying to get it toward the front of the net from the sideboards, but it was broken up and back the other way. Nice little 2-on-1 now, trying to work into the zone, sent across, and again, broken up by the Jets defense on the pass across on a really good play by Aiden Caldwell.
Yep.
Riggs will dump it in. Jets are offsides. They tag up, but the Lancers able to get it out to center ice, and now working ahead, Saldi. He'll pass it on left wing, and on goal, a shot, save Krugel, and the rebound goes into the far boards. Jets can't get it out on the first try, then on the second try they do.
Yeah, we haven't had a whistle, have we?
No, it's been going on. And another shot right on. Save on the shot by Busher by Krugel. Rebound played behind the net. Pipe over there into the corner. Lancers come away with it. The other Krugel Thompson trying to play it ahead, but that was taken away from him, and now it comes out, and Pointland, he couldn't get it out. It's stopped in front there, and a good play by Preble. Now the Jets do clear the zone, though. It'll come back into the...
they're going to call that.
Wow, the first penalty of the game.
Is the first whistle.
And it's a roughing call. It was a high hit.
Yeah.
But like I said, there were a few others that nothing happened on.
Yeah.
And so almost 5 minutes into the first period, 4:40 in, and Thompson Krugel's going to go off for roughing, and the Lancers are going to get an early power play.
Yeah, physical on both sides, and I think the Jets have used that physicality to keep it in their zone some. It's been good in that regard. We got to get some shots on net.
Well, and the other thing is we got to kill a power play. This is one of the areas where the Lancers can be really deadly. With the man advantage, the Jets couldn't get the puck out of the zone off the draw. And the Lancers will set things up. A shot right on. Save Krugel. Big rebound in front, but the Jets clear it to the line. Not out, though.
Yep.
Bouncing puck was a good play to keep that in. Shot, that hit a traffic in front, never got through, and then the play off a glove, and they do keep it in. Boy.
Wow. It's 2 nice plays on the line.
Yeah. Saldi with it. From the corner, it was taken away from him, played up the boards, but kept in at the point by Erstad. Now the puck loose in the middle of the ice, and it does come out to center ice. And the Jets...
Good play by Dane.
Yeah. Brennan been trying to work after for it shorthanded. Lancers beat him to the puck, and they'll try and break out. 70 seconds left to go in the power play. They gain the zone, trying to work in. A nice little sweep check, though, by the Jets, and they clear it down the ice. Kirshner back for it for Omaha. Play ahead. Kaufman trying to work it free. He and Whitrock out there now killing the penalty. One-timer goes well wide off the end boards. Another shot and a save by Krugel.
Nice recovery.
And the Jets cleared the length of the ice.
That came out fast, and Krugel got back in position quickly.
Well, apparently Camden was paying attention yesterday for the active boards here at Liberty First Arena in Ralston. Trying to work in now. Still another 25 seconds to go on the power play. Lancers get it down deep near the face-off dot.
Good block.
Straight back out for Kirshner. His long shot hit traffic, then a backhand shot. The save by Krugel. He didn't know where it was.
Still doesn't.
And it's underneath him as it turns out. And we get a whistle. 12 seconds left to go in the power play. We remain scoreless.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, a lot of action there. Everybody's looking good. Good energy again this morning.
The Lancers are changing up their power play with the last 12 seconds. And Camden Krugel has been sharp so far.
Yes.
As he needed to be. Lancers win the draw, comes back out toward the point. Westman will send it down low. Still a power play for another 5 seconds. Lancers walking the line. I think that is Sidoric. He played it right through the middle. Then another shot goes well wide, and Whitrock with the rebound. He'll backhand it ahead, Lee. And he poked it ahead but couldn't get it out. But now the Jets and Redmond. And looking for a lane, he'll just play it off the sideboards and out to center ice. Westman plays it back in. Out of the net, Krugel leaves it behind the goal. Oh, big hit. And that should be a penalty. I can't believe they didn't call that.
Toledo.
Only because of how late it was and the emphasis that's going on in USA Hockey for that.
Yep.
And also the fact that, again, the Jets had gotten a penalty, so there's one marble in his pocket on one side and not on the other.
Yeah.
That is just amazing.
That was definitely late.
Yeah. And something that, again, it was not something that he almost, he couldn't have avoided.
Right.
Here's Lee with the puck. He'll get it ahead. And now Arnold into the zone. On left wing, Arnold trying to work in. Sharp angle shot and a save by Alfieri, and he hangs on. Like I said, I really can't believe they let that one go.
That's a couple of them. They missed one down on our end, too. It was an elbow, but they had their back, back to the official, so he got away with it.
I was going to say, stuff like that, though, you never quite know what an official saw. Did he see the elbow come up? Did he see, And so you can't really complain too much because maybe he saw the hit, but he didn't see the elbow.
Yeah.
There's no way he couldn't have seen how late that hit was and how avoidable it was.
Absolutely.
But anyway, it is what it is. You got to play the hand you're dealt. Shot from the point goes right through the middle. Nobody there for the Jets. The Lancers try and work it ahead. Riggs couldn't pick up the loose puck. Then the Lancer defenseman over there fanned on it. Smith all over him. And trying to work out Riggs now in the corner. He tried to cycle it back towards Smith. Gets it back, though. Riggs' shot hit traffic, never got through. And the Lancers pick up. And they will work out to center ice. Saldi with it. He'll play it in the middle. And now we're going to get another penalty. I think it's going to be Lemke that's going to get it. And again, how you can call that one and not call the other one, that actually I'm not so sure really was a penalty. They both went down, but it's not like I saw Lemke take him down. He's calling it interference. I'm not going to sit there and say it wasn't interference. I think that it's not necessarily the worst call in the world from that perspective. Again, it's just that you got to be consistent.
Yep. Let's not.
And that wasn't.
Let's call them both ways. Everybody knows that.
6:28 to go in the first period, still scoreless. And the Jets are going to have to kill another penalty here. Lancers did a good job on the last one, but weren't able to get it past Camden Krugel. We'll see what they do here as they win another faceoff and set things up on the power play. Played right through the middle. Comes out to the left point.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Bo, and they're 13. I can't see the number again. They've been getting at it on both penalty kills.
Yeah, a lot of, that's what penalty kills and oftentimes are about is action in front.
Man, yep.
Lots of stick work between the two of them, actually. Bo had his stick knocked out.
Yep.
Got away with a cross-check there, though, as he pushed him down, and now he'll pick up the loose puck and lift it out and down the ice.
I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, there's a penalty coming up now on Omaha. I think they're going to get a retaliation penalty here.
Yeah.
So we'll go 4-on-4 for a minute 19.
He could have got a slash.
Are they getting? I think
no, they're not.
Yeah,
no,
they're pulling. It looks like they're pulling Bo.
That's your easy way out.
I don't think he originally. In fact, I guarantee you, he did not originally have Bo. I don't know what Bloom did.
Yep, they called him for unsportsmanlike.
I guess so. He must have said something as he skated by.
Yeah, that's where we got to use our head.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, you have to have a little more discipline.
Yep, no doubt. We got.
So this will go down as coincidental, and it means it doesn't change the power play. So the junior Lancers, and I think Ratto wants an explanation from the referees, giving one to Coach Ortmeyer for the Lancers, and now he comes across to Coach Elo. Probably is telling him whatever it was Bo said, and we don't know. So it could have been, to be honest, we could have. It may actually have been a blessing for us that all he got was a coincidental minor.
That's true.
I mean, remember we saw a kid get a match penalty, in our last set of games because of something he said. It was for language.
Which JV or varsity? Who was that?
That was in.
I can't remember.
It was the one in which our guy had gotten the major in the game.
Oh yeah. It was Mason Sit. No, the Dubuque.
Yes.
Yeah, Dubuque. Yep, that's right. That was the varsity game.
Home game.
Yep.
The one home game we've had.
Yeah.
And weekend we've had or whatever. And so.
Yep, I remember that now.
Yeah, and it was a match penalty, and of course I don't know what the outcome was for that, but anytime you get a match penalty, you're going to be out. Not just even from, it's not just a Midwest League where you miss your next JV or varsity game or whatever.
Yep.
He's going to be out for a while, including all practices. 50 seconds to go in this power play. They try and play it in front across. That was a little too hard to handle, and then they shoot and score.
Yep. Screened.
I was going to say, Krugel obviously never saw that. He didn't move.
Yeah.
So, unlike yesterday, this one isn't going to go into the third period without a goal, but we'll take a quick look here. Let's see if we can tell on this shot. It probably went off the stick there of the original defender.
Right in front, yep.
Yeah, it went off the stick, and then I don't know if it hit anything, but there's two players, and you can see it was past Camden before he even moved. Then he looks behind him and sees that it's in the back of the net.
Yeah.
So he clearly had no idea.
We're back at it here with Krugel behind the net.
So in the meantime, that'll
be icing.
That's unfortunately for the Jets a power play goal, and again, that's another reason why what happened with Bo is just you got to have a certain level of discipline there.
Yeah. And
because essentially he, in a way, cost his team a potential for a goal because it would have been a 4-on-4 situation instead of
4-on-4 for a little bit, and then we'd have had a man advantage.
Right. And so instead, they kept their power play, which still had a minute 20, and they scored toward the end of it. So
these in these games, obviously with the intensity level it's just like having to step up. You got to step up with your mental part of your game as well.
Brennan a shot and a good save by Alfieri. He did allow a rebound. Here's Krugel with it. Plays it across for Redmond in his own zone. Up ahead on right wing.
Takes that hit.
Yeah, took a hit by Erstedt and made the play, but couldn't get it to a Jets player. Now Krugel had it poked away and back the other way. Here come the Lancers trying to work in. I believe that's Saldi. He was taken hard into the boards. And the Jets poke it, and it comes out to center ice. Oh, we get a whistle. It was knocked down by a high stick. That was what the whistle was for. I was trying to figure out what it was because the referee didn't have his arm up, and it clearly wasn't offsides where it was or anything like that. So I was trying to figure out where it came from.
I was lost on that.
Yeah, so we'll get a face-off. Whitrock line comes out. So the Jets were trailing yesterday for a little while in the third period. Off the draw, Lee's shot was blocked at the defense. Redmond sends it back of the goal. And the Lancers work out to center ice. Comes ahead in Redmond. Oh, he can't get it out. And he was actually knocked down by his own teammate. They play it in front, but off a stick and couldn't get it on goal. Lee was able to clear the zone. Whitrock will put it in. Oh, boy, he was hit well after he let go of the puck. That was another situation that could have very easily been an interference call, and they didn't call it.
I had the pillar in my way, so couldn't see it.
Take my word for it.
Yeah, I do.
So the Jets play it down into the Lancer end. No icing as it never crossed the end red line, although I don't know why that official didn't wave it off well before then. Lee with the puck in front, never could pull the trigger. Now Arnold will play it to the near side. Caldwell activates from the point, plays it in the corner. Lancers send it to the far side. Arnold comes together with a Lancer defenseman,
nice
tries to play it down low. They try and get it in front, and it does come right into the crease. Yep. But Alfieri covers up.
And Whitrock got a pretty good amount on that. That was a good save.
3:01 to go in the first period. Jets trailing 1-0. Power play goal by the Lancers.
You know, one thing I've noticed about the Lancers is when they're in their zone, our zone, they fire pucks across the crease. I mean, your defenseman's got to have a stick on stick there because they're going to try to get a deflection. And I mean, it's every shift.
Well, and they're also constantly looking for backdoor opportunities as well.
Man.
Off the face-off, Woodworth tried to play it in front. That was knocked down. Amon couldn't keep it in the zone. Now Pipe after for it. He'll play it off the sideboards and out. Wood trying to work ahead with it. He played it in the middle, but unfortunately Woodworth had lost his stick.
Yep.
So he couldn't really do anything with it. And the Morgan will send it back into the Jets' end. Amon back for it. Woodworth comes off the ice, replaced by a player who does have a stick. And the Jets play it down the ice. This is going to be icing. If it makes it, and it does, they blow it dead. And an icing call against the Jets. 2:28 to go in the first period.
Yep, we need a solid last couple of minutes here.
Late goal would be nice.
Yep, get some shots on net. Take care of things in our zone.
So far this weekend, the Jets have not finished a period either trailing. They've either been tied or ahead.
Yep.
So we'll see what they can do here in the last couple of minutes of this period. Jets get it at the line, but not out, trying to work into the zone, and from the side of the net, fans on the shot. And it was taken over by Bloom. He plays it in the middle. Here's Smith with it. Kell will send it down deep. Goes behind the net. They played up the far board. Smith over there again. Couldn't get to the puck, and they clear it out to center ice, and it gets by Caldwell, and good job by the Jets of covering up, but in the meantime, they couldn't keep it in the zone. So it's still out at center ice now. Caldwell sends it across, and Riggs, he'll play it into the zone. Picked up there by Kirshner. He reverses, and the Lancers trying to play it ahead, and they do get it out to center. Bloom with it there. Bo Bloom goes for a skate in his own zone. Out ahead for Riggs. On right wing, he gains the red line, dumps it in. The Jets are changing with 1:27 left to go. Kirshner again for the Lancers. Plays it in the middle, trying to work ahead with it. This is Cutler. Cutler in on left wing. A nice play by Redmond.
Yep, nice play.
To go down and take it away. But Cutler gets it again back of the net. Now Lancers trying to play it out, goes out toward the point. They poke it toward the net, goes off the stick of Lemke. Loose in front, backhand shot, and Krugel managed to get down and get to it.
Yep. 2 saves there.
Puck in the corner. Jets play it up the boards. They can't get it out. It's loose in front and taken by Amon, who goes behind his net. Does a nice job of reversing direction, but then he plays it to the point, and it's not out. It was kept in by Westman.
Yeah, Brenneman just missed getting a stick on that.
And the Jets send it down the ice. This is not going to, well, they do call it icing. 34.2 seconds. I thought it hit one of the Omaha players on the way in, but apparently not.
So fast. I haven't been able to keep up with it since these guys were 8 years old.
So we'll get another face-off, this one to the right of Camden Krugel. Saldi on the draw for the Lancers, along with Kaufman, who wins it back into the corner. They play it up the boards, can't get it out to start out with. 25 seconds ago in the period. Caldwell couldn't work the puck out. Sharp angle shot and a save by Krugel.
Nice play by his brother.
Lancers still dangerous here as the puck comes behind the net. They center it. That was blocked in front. And the Jets played off the sideboards and out, trying to catch up with it. Now Brennanman, he had his stick lifted, managed to get the stick on the puck that he's taken down into the boards. And the buzzer sounds.
Can't get a whistle in our favor there. I don't know, that probably wasn't a penalty, but man.
I don't know. It could have been. We'll put it that way. So the first period comes to an end. The Lancers with the only goal. And they lead it 1-0 after 15 minutes of hockey here from the Liberty First Arena, the Ralston Community Center ice. We'll take a quick break, come back with the second period coming up right after this on Kansas City Jets Hockey here on the Jets Hockey Network.
It was a chance for a new beginning and a better laugh for a wagon train of hopefuls leaving the war-torn South to relocate in Kansas. Unfortunately, new enemies and old habits die hard, and the truth can come to mean very little. Outmanned and outgunned, Reuben, Marion, and Homer put their lives on the line as they saddle up and fight for what is right on the Glory Trail.
Glory Trail, part of the Trail series by David R. Lewis. Available as an ebook at Amazon.com, Smashwords, and iTunes, and as an e-audiobook at Amazon and Audible.com.
Welcome back out here to the Liberty First Arena in Omaha. Joel Becker along with Todd Zimlich filling in for Homer Scabona this morning as the Junior Lancers on top of Kansas City. 1-0 our score at the end of the first period of play. A power play goal by Omaha. They had 3 power plays in that first period. The Jets had none.
Yeah, we need to. One thing I can say, we need to try to get a stick on the puck to get it out of the zone. Lancers have done a great job of keeping it in their zone, which puts a lot of pressure on us.
So it's picked up by the Lancers, and this is an offsides call against the Jets. Just underway, 12 seconds into the second period. The Jets had a few opportunities for some potential goal scoring, but unable to get it by Michael Alfieri. Camden Krugel was extremely sharp. Unfortunately, the one power play goal that he got was not only deflected by his own teammate, but also he had a pair of players in front of him shielding his eyes and never really saw it. At least that's what it appeared for us.
Yeah, you could tell by his response. He never saw it.
So Lancers with the lead and trying to work ahead with it. That was poked away, and the Jets take over. Here's Kaufman with it. He'll try and work in with Krugel on left wing. Thompson will try and get it into the corner. Kaufman took the player down in, and there's going to be another penalty.
Oh my gosh!
I can't complain too much about this one. It's going to be Kaufman. Or Krugel seems to be favoring a skate or an ankle. The Well, the Jets have touched up a couple of times,
Yeah.
but they haven't ruled that they had possession and control. Now they do. And I believe
Is it on?
Kaufman's going to go off for interference.
Oh, I didn't see. Yeah, I saw Krugel go down with a hit, but
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. So Krugel was in the area, and Kaufman took his player into the boards.
there you go.
And so I can't really complain about the call from that perspective. Like I said, it's not that the stuff that the Jets are getting called for aren't penalties.
I agree.
It's just that they are not the only team out here, and so
Yep.
far it has seemed like it. The one time that Omaha actually did get called for a penalty, we nullified it ourselves as
Yeah.
Bo Bloom took an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, presumably mouthing off when he went across to the penalty bench because it wasn't called originally. So another power
Yeah.
play here and a shot and a save by Krugel. A big rebound in front, but the Jets cleared it up and get it out of harm's way. Kirshner will play it ahead and does get it into the zone after Fort Caldwell. He's behind his net. Double team, though. Plays it into the far corner. He's looking for a lane and plays it off the boards and down the ice.
Yep.
So the Jets
Need a few more of those.
have killed 2 out of the 3 penalties, but that so far anyway is still the difference in the game. 1-0 our score.
Yep.
Lancers on top with a power play goal late in the first. They'll try and work in. On left wing, going coast to coast, and on goal, a shot and score. Well, that was just a
bum rush.
great individual effort.
Yep, really was.
Although at the same time, while it was a good individual effort, what the Jets did not do is really get in his way too much. We'll watch because he comes from behind the net and skates the whole way up. He skates past Brody Lee, walks right around our defenseman, and then just makes a power move in front, gets it in past Krugel for the power play goal, 2-0.
And it looked like Krugel was in good position. But, but
it was a good shot. I mean, it was just, there's not really, sometimes you do what you can as a goaltender, and there's not going to be any way to stop
Yep.
what comes after you.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
Another penalty coming up again on the Jets. Came right off the face-off. And now the Jets do touch up and will get the whistle.
I call that a trip, I guess.
Amon. And, tripping the call. So this is now their 5th. It's not their 5th penalty. It's actually their 6th penalty. But it's their 5th power play they've given up.
Yeah. It's these will add up.
We're barely into the second period.
Yep.
Whitrock won the draw, but Caldwell couldn't get it out. Now it comes loose in front. Lee pokes it out of harm's way. Whitrock hands it right to the point, though, and it comes across. Lee had gotten a stick on it, but it still managed to get to the point anyway. Puck comes right through the middle. Still a lot of fighting going on in front of the net.
Yeah.
That was Caldwell and almost a little wrestling.
Brody
now,
with it.
we've got a penalty coming up against Omaha. No, it is against Omaha. I think it's going to be a slash. It is.
Brody made a nice play.
And Morgan.
That.
And Morgan didn't like it and gave him a whack. And this time the referee did hold him to account.
That's what we need. Just let's call them evenly.
So we'll skate 4-on-4 now for 1:24. And then the Jets, when they finally do get their first power play, it'll be a very short one.
Yeah.
Kaufman trying to walk in front. It comes loose to Krugel, a shot, and that hit something, ended up going off the end boards.
Okay.
Bloom trying to keep it in at the point. 4 players are over there. Krugel goes down again.
Yep, without a stick. Now he's got it back.
And the Lancers play it off the glass and out to center. Bloom will just poke it ahead. Now Kaufman after for it, trying to work in. A shot, a good shot at that.
Yep.
And Michael Alfieri with the right pad save. Puck in the corner. Jets trying to walk in front with it. Trailing 2-0 here early on in the second period. We're playing 4-on-4 hockey at the moment.
Right in front.
And it did hit off the goaltender as he tried to center it. Never did get in the slot area.
Oh, nice play.
Now the Jets trying to hold it in the zone, but the Lancers do poke it out. Trying to work in on left wing. Caldwell over there trying to ride him, but nice moves over there. I believe that's Saldi. Jets do take over, and Kaufman got it out to center ice. Couldn't get very far with it, though. Now trying to work ahead, Erstad. He lost his stick. Puck goes into the corner. It's an interesting play by Krugel. The stick actually came on goal, and he allowed it to go between his legs and into the net so that the player is not going to be able to retrieve it.
Wow.
I mean, he didn't do anything. It's not like he, he didn't grab the stick and put it in there.
Or kick it.
Yeah. Trying to walk in front. Saldi, a nice move. Backhand shot. He missed the net. He had Krugel beat, but he put it wide of the goal. Jets are on the power play briefly right now.
Nice play at the blue line by Bo.
Caldwell will go back for it in his own zone. 10 seconds to go in the power play. It was only about a half a minute long power play. And so Kansas City is 0 for 1. Here's Arnold trying to work in. He got it in deep, couldn't maintain possession, runs into a man behind the net. Whitlock couldn't get the puck. And the Lancer is able to get it to their line and now out to center. Samard.
Good pressure.
And a little trouble. Bo Bloom couldn't get a good stick on it. Now they can't clear it. Goes in on goal and a shot. And that was blocked at the defense. Then the rebound comes loose in front right at the top of the crease. And a backhand shot goes over the net with the goaltender down.
Yeah.
Jets clear it down the ice. No icing here.
Fortunate there.
But it was a good defensive play, too.
Yeah, it really was.
To tie him up a little bit. Ellis trying to work in. Ellis from the side, hit the side of the net with that shot. Comes from the back of the net now, out to the far side. Back out left point, a shot. And a blocker save, Krugel. Rebound goes on to the sideboards. And the Jets take it away. And Amon able to get it out to center ice. Now here's Brody Lee, and he's got a break, trying to work in. And on goal, a shot. And I'm not sure if that was a blocker save or he just missed the net.
It seemed like he got a blocker on it.
Having the same trouble today as we did yesterday of the officials getting in the way this today. That happened a lot, both varsity and JV yesterday. And we've seen it happen a few times today. Lancers, both the Lancers and the Jets have tried to clear pucks in that have hit the officials. And right there, that referee actually got in the way of a player skating down with a puck.
I don't understand. Yeah, I guess I don't know where he should be, but he's on the line with the linesman, so doesn't seem right, but
he wasn't in the wrong spot in particular.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, the puck in the far corner in the Jets' end. We have played 6.5 minutes of this second period now. Still 2-0. Save by Krugel. Rebound, they score.
Yep.
He made a good save on the initial shot, but that rebound came right to the Lancer player, and he buried it to make it 3-0.
Yep.
So we'll take a quick look here as eventually, again, the Jets have had trouble all weekend long of clearing their own zone, and eventually the puck goes into the corner. It hit traffic, goes behind the net, and eventually they're going to play it back to the point. The original shot, and like I said, Krugel made a good save on the original shot right there, but he gives up that rebound. And again, this is another situation where if you look at, you got two blue jersey players coming out of the corner way behind the play. Somebody's got to be on that guy.
Yeah, no doubt.
So. And that's how you end up with goals.
Yep, we've been able to put a body on one guy in front of the net, but he became the second one, and we need to pick him up.
So 3-0 our score. Omaha on top. That's the first even strength goal we've had in the game.
Whoosh, another puck loose right in front.
Dangerous for the Lancers here as they're still in the Jets' end behind the net. Trying to center one, came right through the crease. Nobody there for either team as it turned out to get a puck on it. It was kind of a lot of pace on the pass. In the meantime, the Lancers, again, still dangerous. Comes out to the point, a long shot. That hit traffic in front. And the Jets play it down the ice. It's not going to be icing as the Lancers go back for it. Ooh, almost over skating it there. And a turnover as the Jets knock it down. Lemke made a good play. Comes up the near side boards, though. And Omaha gets it out to center ice. Bloom back for it. Plays it up right wing. He was actually looking for a Jets player who was making a change.
Changing, yep.
Never got to him anyway. Smith over there. Now the Lancers pick it up, trying to work in on goal, and a shot by Westman. Or maybe that was Morgan. Either way, it was wide of the goal. Now Saldi played it back to the point. Kirshner goes off a skate behind the net. And Smith picks up the loose puck, played it. Kirshner kept it in at the point. Knocked it down with a glove. Riggs over there. He wasn't able to get it out. Kirshner again from the slot, a shot, and ended up falling down as he took the shot. Never did get on goal, I don't believe. Lancers maintained possession, though.
Yep, Caldwell was tying him up. Made a good defensive play there.
Saldi, and eventually the Jets take over and play it out to center ice. Back for it, Stonebreaker. He'll play it ahead. That was almost too many men there on the Lancers, but they, I guess, ruled that he was close enough or far enough off the ice. In the meantime, puck loose out in front. They shoot and they score.
Yep.
Well.
Yeah, just too much time in our zone there. We've got to not only get that puck out of our zone, but control it and start having some offense.
Yeah, so you can see here, by the way, for that potential too many men. Let's see the pass. So the guy coming on, you can see there's two guys on the ice right now.
Yep.
And the guy coming on the ice was able to receive the pass as the guy's coming off. And he was, he had a leg on and a leg off.
Yep.
Letter of the law, maybe that was too many men, but it's not really an egregious call or anything like that. But the Jets had the opportunity. The other thing is the Jets had the opportunity here as it went behind the net to do something with it, and way too often they have been unable to clear.
Yeah. After
that, the Jets, by the way, have called a timeout here. Good save on the initial shot by Krugel, but then he couldn't really recover, and he came across to try and get in position for that second shot, but he had slid too far and was basically giving too much of the net open, and so
you talked about an opportunity to do something with it behind the net, and that's where we've got to have an energy level that matches or exceeds theirs, and didn't look like we had it on that particular play.
Yeah, and I would say that, again, when you're comparing today to yesterday, that's one of the bigger differences is we just haven't been quite up to that level.
Yep. Yeah. I would agree.
Although, like I said before, you had to expect going into this game that the Lancers were going to come out like they have.
Yes. Yep.
But, the thing about Omaha is they do that anyway. It's they constantly have that level of play. And they're always, 5-man unit and so on and so forth.
Well, we've got 5:44 left here in the second to change the momentum a little bit.
Yep. So we'll see what happens here after the timeout and whether or not the Jets make any adjustments here. It does come right into the Kansas City end off the faceoff. Puck back of the goal. Amon trying to work it free. By the way, keep in mind that Kansas City is playing this game without Elam, who got a game misconduct in his last game, so he's ineligible for this one. Suspended.
Yeah.
So that does make a difference, obviously.
Yep. Yeah, no doubt. Changes all the lines.
Well, the defensive pairing, certainly. Mm-hmm. Lancers trying to work ahead. Tell you what, Chase Redmond with the hip check there stopped the play. He didn't get him down, but I am always amazed at what Chase is able to accomplish considering the size he is.
Yeah, is that?
That, even though he's comparatively somewhat diminutive.
It's physical.
Yeah, that he is, first of all, a very physical player, and they're going to call this offsides, which it really wasn't. That puck never came out of the zone. It was a lot closer to being too many men than it was to be offsides. Maybe the linesman should have been paying attention to that.
I didn't catch it. I was trying to.
But it has to go all the way outside of the blue line. It has to. In other words, there has to be white ice on the far side of the blue line, and it never did. It came onto the blue line.
Yeah.
And got to the sort of far determining edge, but didn't go across it. In the meantime, we'll get a whistle either way.
Yeah.
If it makes Omaha feel any better, if he admitted that he made it wrong, the faceoff would have been in the exact same place. So
Oh, there you go.
that is one thing about when you make a mistake when you're calling an offside play like that. The faceoff is just where it is, even if it is offside. So
Yeah, that's right. So.
here's Lee with the puck. He's straight away.
Quickly.
Oh, he dusts it off. And Angola's
Yes, sir.
shot,
Oh.
and it hit the post. The rebound, Arnold was right there. And the puck is still loose, and they score. Whitrock.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Omaha is complaining that the play should have been stopped, and perhaps it should have.
Yeah.
But, I don't think he ever had it covered.
Well, typically speaking, if they can't see it, they blow the whistle.
Well,
and sometimes,
yeah,
yep.
but he was right behind the net.
I
To
think
his credit, he had very good positioning. So a couple of good jobs here by Lee. Was able to do a little toe drag. It was not clean, but he did it. And then his first shot, I'm pretty sure that actually hit the post.
It did. Yeah.
And it comes right back out. And so then the second try was Arnold, and he made the save. And he's back, and I think he thinks he has it covered here, but he didn't. And Lane Whitrock, who's on the right side of your screen,
Yep.
somehow manages to find that puck right there, and then he throws it in.
Yep. And you can see his response and the point.
The referee behind the net, again, saw it the
Watching
whole way.
thing, yep.
And so the Jets, I guess the timeout paid off.
And a little shot from the
They get on the board. It's now 4-1.
Omaha just had a shot from the face-off circle that Krugel got a glove on up and out of play.
So as you can see, we're down to under 4 minutes to go in the second period. That's a big goal for Kansas City.
Absolutely.
Coming up for the third period in terms of getting themselves in the game. And although I tell you what, they spent this weekend in Omaha after they win over Fremont. And they got the shootout win yesterday, and now trailing 4-1 in this game. They've had a total of 2 goals, and both of them have been disputed.
Yeah.
On the JV side of things.
Wow.
And this play is offsides. Krugel made a move at the blue line, which put his teammates offsides, and then he was hacked after the whistle blew. Now, to their credit, he also continued to play. I guess neither one of them seemed to hear the whistle, or at least they ignored it.
Yeah, this is a big 3 minutes, 25 seconds for the Jets.
Yeah.
Just continue to have some good energy, and hey, maybe you get another one on the board.
So another goal would be nice, but the key more than anything is making sure they don't fall any further behind.
Absolutely.
So you can't give one up here, and hopefully you don't take any more penalties either. Whitrock, he was tripped a little bit on that one. Puck goes into the Lancers' end. Whitrock knocks it down. Puck along the near side boards, comes back out to the point.
Nice
a long shot, and Alfieri saw that the whole way, gloves it and hangs on. 3:02 to go in the period.
That might have been a little challenge if we'd have had a guy in front. But,
Yeah.
but it's not a bad shot from there.
Well, we get an offensive face-off here.
Yep.
I imagine that Michael Alfieri is still probably a little upset about the circumstances surrounding the goal. Whitrock wins the draw, back to Arnold, a shot. That was a stick save by Alfieri. The rebound comes up the near side boards. Amon kept it in. Long shot, another save.
That was a really nice one. Nice and low.
Yeah,
Get a rebound.
Did get the rebound. A little more traffic in front that time as well. Trying to work into the zone. They play it toward the side of the net, swiped behind the goal by Krugel.
Nice block,
Yeah.
Brody. This is where we need to get it out.
Here's Brody Lee, and he plays it off
There
the
we go.
sideboards and down. I mean, getting it out is great. The other thing you want to try and avoid is icing the puck. That time
Absolutely.
it didn't go.
Needed to get a stick on that.
It'll go into the corner, and Redmond after for it. Chase comes up the near side boards. Took a big high hit. And right in the face.
Yep.
I mean,
and they're not calling it 2-on-1 here.
Oh,
with a
shot
nice
by
rebound.
Lee. Rebound Lee, and third try. And that hit traffic in front. The goaltender's down. The puck is still loose.
And then the referee's got an eye on
The net has gotten knocked off. And finally, they blow the whistle. But I tell you what, again, that hit
down
on
here,
Redmond.
it's just unreal.
It couldn't be any clearer.
I didn't want to ask this, but we have the same ref from last night. Is that right?
I don't know. It could be.
It is.
It kind of looks like him, yeah.
Hey, last night he got a little caught up in the emotions, I think.
Well, we talked about that before on the broadcast. I don't know if you were listening, but there were a couple times when he went and gave penalties out where you could clearly tell he was angry when giving the penalty. And as a referee, you can't afford that.
You can't. And I couldn't agree more. I just thought, you're going to have players get excited about hits, and that's just part of the game. And
looks like the Lancers are calling a timeout here.
Yeah, we've definitely.
I hope it's not just a talk, because you don't get free timeouts for that. But I'm pretty sure they're going to charge this as a timeout. But I don't know. Let's see if we can't take a look at this hit now, since we do have a second.
Sure. It's just an example of about 2 or 3 in this game that should have been called.
So, well, that was that a little before it? Well,
right.
It's just a little bit before this. So that wasn't it. Hang on. We're looking at live action right now. So
using their timeout to talk to the ref, I'm not sure.
So here's the play that we're talking about. There's Redmond coming up the near side boards, and watch this again, coming from far side, and look how high that hit is.
Yep.
I mean, literally. I mean, look at where his stick is. His stick is literally at the top of the. I mean, that's a high stick if nothing else.
I mean, the tape on the handles hitting, making contact with the head and shoulders. So it's pretty high.
Well, yeah, and actually the high stick rule. It's not necessary that he actually hits him with the stick. If you carry the stick above the shoulder, which in that time it wasn't even the tip of the stick, the entire stick was above his shoulder.
Yeah.
And then, check somebody like that, you can get called for high stick. Good save there by Krugel.
Yeah.
Puck is still loose in front. He tried to poke it away with his blocker, does. And now the Jets will work it ahead. This is Smith working it on left wing. Sends it in the middle. That pass eluded Lemke, but Riggs follows up with a shot, and that goes wide. Rebound up the near board. Smith over there.
About 1:30 left. Again.
Lancer's able to get it out. Caldwell knocks it down along the near boards.
Big
and now here's Riggs with a step trying to work in. Riggs and on goal, a shot and a big save by Alfieri. He did get a good shot on goal.
He did.
And Alfieri up to the task there. Now it's again. Lemke played it right through the middle. Riggs couldn't get a stick on it. He'll play it into the corner, though. Smith over there for the Jets as they try and work it free, and he does. Plays it back in the net. Riggs off the end boards, and then Smith a shot, then Lemke, he scores.
How about that?
Bennett Lemke.
Just great pressure behind the net, great control behind the net, moving the puck out to the front.
And so, again, this is yet another situation where the Jets have done just a really good job of maintaining pressure. They're basically taking a page out of the Lancers playbook.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Of keeping the puck in the zone. And so look at Smith here, was able to, as they tried to reverse it, he worked the puck free, got it to Riggs. Riggs played it off the end boards back to Smith. He tried that sharp angle shot. Yeah. Lemke was right there at the top of the crease, and he got the rebound and put it in.
I think you hit the nail on the head. Riggs and Lemke were both in front with one guy behind the net, so you got a great opportunity for a shot and a score or a rebound, and that's what happened.
That was good. I don't know if maybe that obviously it was Omaha's timeout, but the Jets are still able to talk in that, and it could have been something that Coach Elo was talking to them about. Now again, trying to work in. We're down to the last 50 seconds of the period. Yep. Puck along the near side boards as a couple players go down, comes out to the point, and Caldwell a long shot and a save by Alfieri, and he will hang on.
Not to
with
keep repeating.
42.9 seconds to go in the period.
Yeah, not to keep repeating myself, but keep the pressure on right here. Play smart. Get through this next 40 seconds, 42.9.
You're allowed to repeat yourself. If you didn't, John Madden wouldn't have had a job for all those years.
The master.
Comes back out to the point. Long shot, Caldwell. That traffic in front. Puck still loose near the dot. Comes up the sideboards. And it's taken over there by Kaufman. He didn't realize Krugel was right there to follow up on the play, but he got a shot that was wide, and now they're back the other way, 2-on-1.
Lost control.
And good job there. But then the Jets lose it, and the puck near the side of the net. And nobody ended up ever getting a shot on goal.
No.
Puck comes loose, and it is taken by Brennanman. He'll dump it in.
8.76 seconds.
Back of the net. Goes into the corner. 2 seconds left, and that's going to do it. The buzzer sounds, or horn. And this period comes to a close.
What a great finish there for
it was an exciting period.
Yep.
And the Jets, who at one time were trailing 4-0 in this game, have clawed back into it. And they'll go to the locker room 4-2.
Yeah, I'll tell you, momentum is something else in hockey. It's I got to say, I love it and I hate it. Because it can sure change very quickly.
So we will see what ends up happening in the last 15 minutes. But we go to the intermission. Jets back in the game. They were on the outside looking in at 4-0, but now it's 4-2. We'll take a break and come back with the intermission after this on Kansas City Jets Hockey.
Jeremy Franklin here from Jeremy Franklin Automotive. This week, everyone's talking about my sale. Why? Down payments are just $2. Trade-ins, I'll pay up to $4,950 over appraised value, even if you owe too much. Why am I doing this? Because it's summer, I'm excited about life, and you should be too. Now let's all say it together. It's my most outrageous sale ever, but only for a limited time. Call today, come in today, whatever you do, don't delay, because today's the day. Is your credit PU? You'll scream woohoo when we approve you. My one and only for the people credit approval process is the real deal. Woo-hoo. So get a nicer, newer car for just $2 down. And bring in your old clunker and get up to $4,950 more than what it's worth. Woo-hoo. This month only for the first 71 customers. I'm Jeremy Franklin. Come see us at Jeremy Franklin Automotive, South Kansas City. Call 816-523-6900 or jeremyfranklin.com. jeremyfranklin.com will you always be another satisfied customer.
Call 816-595-9000 for terms and conditions.
How you doing? Richie the Iceman Zamboni here for Kansas City Ice Center. You know, my mother always told me, Iceman, there are 3 things every kid should know. How to ride a bike, how to make mac and cheese and not interrupt my soap opera, and how to ice skate. Well, the Iceman can't help you with your culinary difficulties with your children, but Kansas City Ice Center can sure get you going with those ice skating lessons. Send your kids to Kansas City Ice Center and they'll be skating like they grew up in Alaska in no time. Kansas City Ice Center on Johnson Drive between 435 and K7 is setting up group lessons now for kids of all ages. And when kids are skating, they ain't getting into no trouble. They're having a good time and they're making new friends. Kansas City Ice Center on Johnson Drive between 435 and K7 and online at kcicecenter.com. Put your kids on ice at Kansas City Ice Center. It's cool.
Buying or selling a home is one of the most important investments of your life. When it comes to choosing an agent, look for top performance and customer satisfaction. Combined with state-of-the-art resources and support provided by Reese Nichols, the Kohler-Bortnick team provides a one-stop shopping approach to real estate, customized and put to work for you. The Kohler-Bortnick team is absolutely committed to your satisfaction through superior marketing and constant communication. The Kohler-Bortnick team, honesty, exposure, results. It's what they stand for and what they deliver. Hey, if it's good enough for Jets assistant coach Radoslavilo to be part of the Kohler-Bortnick team, it's good enough for you. This Jets webcast is brought to you in part by Bicklemeyer Meats, the Bortnick Law Firm, Edward Jones Investments, Goodwin Homeworks, KC Ice, Kansas Financial Resources, Olive Events and Catering, and Three Peaks Lawn Care. Thanks to all the sponsors and supporters of Kansas City Jets hockey.
Welcome back out to Omaha, Ralston, Nebraska, the Liberty First Arena here as the Kansas City Jets trail on the Junior Lancers in the JV contest. 4-2 our score at the second intermission, and while that doesn't sound wonderful, when you get the perspective on it, as the Jets were down at 1 point 4-0 in this game, and have clawed their way back to 4-2. Here are some of your highlights. The first period was scoreless for about the first 10 minutes. Omaha on the power play gets the first goal. It was really a screenshot, as you can see, turned wrist shot, and it hit. That's Amon for the Jets, and I think it hit his stick there, the shaft of his stick, and changed directions. And then you can see Redmond's in front with a Lancer player, and I think they took the eyes away from Krugel. If you look at the goaltender, Krugel, the puck has gone past him here, and he's still looking like he's trying to. Look at you can see the net moving right there in the left side of the net. You can see it move. So it's past him here, and he hasn't actually, he's still trying to set himself up. He doesn't know that it's past him. Then he turns and looks and sees that it's already gone. So he clearly was screened on that and never did see it. And the Lancers took the 1-0 lead. They'd make it 2-0 on another power play goal early on in the second period, as this was just a coast-to-coast individual effort and eventually in past Krugel. But, again, he starts from behind the net and goes the entire lay. He skates right past Brody Lee, who didn't keep up with him, and then he walks around the defenseman. That was Redmond, like he was a pylon, and he just walked right in front. Good power move and gets it in past Krugel. But that was a power play goal. 2-0 was our score at that time. They would make it 3-0. A little short of the halfway mark of the period. Jets having trouble getting out of the zone. Eventually it's going to come back to the point. And there it goes back to the point. The shot, the initial save right there by Krugel. He makes the save, but he gives a big rebound. And so, again, let's watch this again. So you see that you have Pipe and the other Jets player over there, and I can't tell who it is off the top real quick, but look how late they are getting back into the play. So it looks like the other one is Woodworth. So Pipe and Woodworth, look how far behind they are. And so then when that rebound comes out, you've got a Lancer player who's all alone and two Jets players who are still coming out of the corner. So that Lancer player made no mistake to make it 3-0. That was the first even strength goal of the game at that point. The Lancers would make it 4-0. This is on the second half of the second period, so we're already past the halfway point in the game. And eventually the Jets again failed to clear the zone. And the puck played in front. Initial shot was saved, and then again they put the rebound in past Krugel. And Krugel, again, he made that initial save. You'll see it come in front, and there he is from point blank, makes the save. And watch him push off here to try and get to where the rebound, but he slides past it. So now he's left half of the net open on the far side, and the Lancer player makes no mistake to make it 4-0. And so then the Jets called a timeout, and they were able to finally get on the board. This was, as it turned out, a disputed goal. So you can see Brody Lee trying to do a toe drag. He had it poked away, but still managed to finish it. Now he'll get the shot. That actually hit the post. As long as we have a minute here, because it is the intermission. Let's see if we can't get a little bit better of a look of this. So we'll bring it in a bit. And I think you'll be able to see that the puck actually hits the post here. So, yeah, it's past the goaltender. You can't actually see it hit the post because it's behind the body of the goaltender, but it comes back out in front right there. Mm-hmm. So it bounces back over the goaltender when it hits the post.
And he goes down.
Yeah, he goes down. And then the initial shot there by Arnold, and he actually makes the save because Arnold kept it on the ice. I'm sure he wasn't trying to, but he did.
Yeah.
And you can see Whitrock. And watch so the play is not over here. The puck is still loose. And interestingly, a Lancer player almost ends up falling on it in the crease, which would have been a penalty shot.
Sure.
But as you can watch the referee, he gets behind the net so he can get a good look at it. And he's got his hand, that's his whistle that's in his mouth, so he's ready to blow it if it's going to be a goal. But he doesn't. And so let's move the camera a little bit so you can see this better. So that's Whitrock right on the right side of your screen, and you can see him. He's just watching the puck, and when it finally comes to where he can get a stick on it, he waves at it, is able to poke it in, and then the referee is pointing it at the net, showing that it is, in fact, a goal. And that was how the Jets get on the board. It was 4-1 at that point, and then they would make it 4-2 late in the period. The Jets doing a good job here of keeping the puck in the zone. Riggs had sent it back in, and then Smith, a really good job of getting the puck away a couple of times from the Lancer defenseman. Then Riggs behind the net, plays it off the end boards, back out to Smith, who makes the shot. Lemke there for the rebound, and he buries it, and that's how we ended up 4-2.
Yep, I like seeing two guys in front of the net when you got a guy hustling behind the net like that. That's it's going to give you great opportunities.
It really will at that. So we are a couple of minutes away from the third period. The Zamboni is about ready to head off the ice, and the players will be back shortly. So we're going to take a quick break and then come back for the third period. I don't know. Do the Jets have enough in them to keep a comeback going? If you can erase a 4-goal comeback deficit against a team like the Lancers, then there's nothing you can't do in this league, I would say. I don't know if they can or not. We'll have to kind of wait and see on that one.
It'll be tough, but, again, I think we did a better job in the second period of getting the puck out of our zone. Again, like you said, we've got to get it out of our zone and control it, but at least, and not ice it. But at least getting it out of that zone, it just doesn't put so much pressure on your defense and your goalie for long spells.
The big question is also, will they be able to stay out of the box, and will they get a couple of chances with the man advantage? Who's to say? We'll find out after this on Kansas City Jets Hockey.
Mom, are you going to let her get away with that?
It's just a shopping cart.
So it's your shopping cart. What's wrong with you? You chicken?
But
Mom, you're such a wimp.
what?
What's wrong with you? Stand up for yourself. Go over there and give her a good smack. Oh. Fight, 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 fight. She's a goon. Give her a taste of her own medicine.
Got a gun?
With those words, David Allen Crockett, a retired police officer who simply wanted to be left alone, finds his seclusion shattered by his friend therapist Ruby Lacoste. At Ruby's request, Crockett agrees to teach one of her clients, Rachel Moore, how to defend herself with a handgun. During the course of those lessons, Crockett and Rachel begin an intimate relationship. When Rachel is found dead from an apparent suicide, Crockett is devastated and tries to slink back into a self-imposed seclusion. But things get complicated when Crockett is contacted by Rachel's aunt, who believes the suicide was staged and claims she has the name of the murderer. Together, Crockett and Ruby begin an investigation that leads them into a world of treachery, deceit, and death. Fear of the Father, Call Me Crockett, the first book in the Crockett series by David R. Lewis. Available as an e-audiobook at Amazon and Audible.com.
Hi. Hey. This kid's potato sack doesn't look regulation to me.
Excuse me?
Well, it's got a wider base. I mean, that's totally unfair to my kid, right? I want to launch a protest. Well, look, it's 2 inches higher. Look at those hand grips. It's not regulation.
Regulation?
Look, you know what else? I want a urine sample from this kid. He looks a little beefy for a 5-year-old. You're going down, buddy.
Welcome back out to the Liberty First Arena. Joel Becker along with Todd Ziblich today, sitting in for Homer Scabona as the Kansas City Jets taking on the Omaha Junior Lancers, trailing 4-2. This is a 3-day weekend for the Jets, one of 2 on the season. They were in Fremont on Friday, got a pair of wins, and here got a pair of wins yesterday against this Junior Lancers JV and varsity squad. Lancers came out, built up a 4-0 lead. The Jets have come back with a couple of late goals in the third. Can they finish the job is the big question.
Yeah, we've got to keep that momentum, and you do that by getting the puck out of their zone and staying out of the penalty box and continue to put pressure on their goalie.
I'm not sure what the penalty count is total, but it's something like 7-2.
Yeah, I think that's probably right.
So you would think that they might be due.
Yeah.
But you never know in situations like this.
And I think one of those offset theirs, and then the other one we ended up with 35-second.
Yeah, they were both situations in which we had one where we took a penalty that offset, and then there was another one where they took one that offset one of ours. And so in both cases, in the case of the one that Bo took, it just made them coincidental.
Yep.
And then the other one created a 4-on-4 situation for a while. So we'll see what happens. We're still waiting for the teams to get on. Here come the Jets onto the ice. So are the Lancers. So don't know what kind of a speech they got in between periods there in the locker room here at Liberty First Arena. But I tell you what, in both cases, both goals they scored, both came right after timeouts. First the Kansas City timeout, and then actually scored right after an Omaha timeout. So I don't know. Getting a chat from Radoslav might actually be the recipe for success for this JV team.
I love it. It'll be good.
Problem is there won't be any more timeouts.
That's right. That's right.
That's one thing you can say for certain. I made that joke at the home games the other day. That that was after the second team called a timeout. I said I predict there won't be any more.
I love it. And do we know for sure that was a timeout that Omaha called? Yeah. I don't even know if it shows on the scoreboard whether you have a timeout.
They don't. They don't put that sort of stuff on the scoreboard. I don't even think you can find it out in Point Streak either.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, or any other stat program generally don't keep that kind of information.
Sure.
So it's like I said, this is the Jets have stepped up their level of play. They honestly did not have the same kind of energy level the first period and a half.
Yep, I'd agree with that.
And after the timeout, they did step up their level of play. That has helped to put them in a situation where they can hopefully end up with some more offensive chances. But this Lancer team isn't any different than it was before.
Yeah, that's right.
They are not going to be pushovers, and they are not going to be, they didn't give up goals because of lack of effort or bad play or anything like that.
I agree.
So
just have to match that energy, like you did last night, and in the last half of that second period.
So we'll see if they can. Kaufman line starting for the Jets. And Sidoric will send it in. They're going up against the Salty line here for the Lancers. Bo Bloom will get the puck a second time and be able to play it ahead out to Brennanman.
Yeah, it was a nice
2-on-2 into the zone with Krugel. He'll work out wide to the right side. Played it right through the middle. And Krugel had his back to the play instead of being in a position where he might have been able to poke that on goal. Good job by Bloom to keep it in. Then they lift it out toward the line. Not out, though. Trushinsky couldn't get it out. Now he does, and he'll work ahead. Into the zone. A long shot and a save by Krugel. Rebound, and he covers up.
Yeah, just in time.
Yeah, with Trushinsky right on the doorstep.
I'm not sure he saw that initially, but just in time he did.
And so a couple of early chances for the junior Lancers. They lead it 4-2. Third period action now. Of course, the Jets yesterday were behind late in the game, managed to get the tire to send it to a shootout.
Yeah.
That game was scoreless most of the game. Comes back out to the point, a screen shot. And the shot by Ellis was kicked aside by Krugel. Now the Jets do get it out to center ice. That was Lee out there with Arnold and Whitrock. Goes off of Lee's stick, and it comes off the sideboards and back into the Lancer end. They play it ahead and out to center ice, but handing it right to the Jets. Whitrock couldn't accept that pass, but now he intercepts.
Nice
Tried to play it on the right side for Lee. Lee plays it into the corner. Lancer is able to poke it past him, and it comes out to center. Redmond there. He'll just send it in, trying to go cross corner. And the Jets do tag up. Try and forecheck. Goes up the near side boards. Oh, good play by Redmond. Although the play would have been offsides, and now they do blow it dead. Redmond never actually touched the puck.
I'm not sure why he called that.
Well, he was anticipating it. It's actually not the wrong thing to do as a linesman.
That's true. Yeah.
Especially if there was the potential there could have been some contact there.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't really going to happen, but still.
Yeah.
Neutralized face-off. Smith will play it in, but the Lancers take over. Trying to work up the far boards. Comes back out. Caldwell a long shot. That was blocked to the defense, and it comes back the other way. Bloom in a race gets there first. Boy, he made a dangerous play, but got away with it. Riggs and Lemke will dump it into the Lancer end. They play it ahead. Bloom sends it back to Caldwell. Up ahead on left wing, it was tipped in.
Which is perfect.
Yeah.
Right at the red line.
By Smith. Now comes into the corner. Hit over there on Lemke. Smith did a good job of helping out, but they do play it across to the near side. Bo Bloom will pinch in from the right point, trying to work the puck free. It was kept by Lemke, who does a good job of protecting himself from the hit he was going to get.
Yeah, and it was another high hit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just goodness.
Now the Saldi with the puck, and he'll play it, and it goes ahead. Now they say that that they had a tip there. I'm not so sure they did.
I don't know about that.
But no icing, and the Jets will take over. Up ahead on left wing, and Woodworth wasn't paying attention.
Yep.
The pass, I should say, was to his left, and he literally wasn't looking behind him at all, and just went right by him in the length of the ice for icing.
Yeah. But we've done a better job of getting it out of our zone. A couple of those have been Omaha mishandling it, but still, we're getting it out of the zone, and we need to continue to do that.
Face off to the left of Camden Krugel. Off the draw. Puck goes into the corner, now around to the near side, and Wood there for the Jets. He'll play it in the middle, goes off the stick of Woodworth, and then Pointland kicks it in. He'll go after Ford in the corner. Woodworth trying to knock it down. He did, but wasn't sure where the puck was. It comes loose in front, poked toward the net, but wide. And the Lancers clear it, and it goes down the ice. This should be icing, and they do call it.
They got it.
Because it was tipped, but it was tipped well behind the red line, the center red line. And so icing called against the junior Lancers. We've played 3 minutes and 10 seconds of the third period. Jets behind 4-2. I don't know how the Lancers are going to play this period, either now or as it gets later, whether they're going to try and play a more defensive style, or a trap or anything like that. Bloom a long shot.
Yeah, they got all the way through.
And Alfieri made the save, and it goes into the corner. Krugel trying to work it free. Tell you what, Thompson has been in a physical battle pretty much all game long.
These guys are going to be worn out. I'll tell you what.
I don't know if Krugel has to play varsity as well. Sometimes he does, and sometimes he doesn't, but don't know how much he'll have left.
Yeah, seriously, it has been extremely physical.
Kaufman on the draw. He'll get it on the boards, trying to play it back toward Caldwell, but the Lancers play it down the ice. Will it go the end red line? It does, but they wave off icing at the last second. That was probably the right call because Bloom probably could have gotten to it before it went down. He took a wide angle to get to it and didn't get away with it. Puck comes loose in front. Save, rebound. It's still loose. And Kaufman was able to poke it out of harm's way. There are a couple of players down in front. A Lancer and a Jet respectively. Now they will break up and work in. The play is offsides, but the Lancers do tag up. That gives the Jets, though, a chance to get it out to center ice. So that attempt by Brennanman was blocked, but now here's Caldwell with the gloving it down, and he'll work in as the Jets are changing behind the play, try to walk in front with it.
Yep.
He was checked.
That was a big play, gloving that down because there were two guys behind him.
Yeah, absolutely. Now trying to work ahead with it, Samard. He'll work into the zone. Now behind the net. Comes out to the far side. Looking to center. It does. That was poked away by a Jets player. And then it comes back to the point along shot. That goes wide. I think it actually hit a body on the way through. Then
How about that block?
Yeah, blocked by Lee, who's had a few of them this weekend. And the puck was batted out by Lee. And he'll get to his own puck and play it out to center ice. So we've played 5 minutes of the third period. Jets still trailing by 2. Lee with the intercept near the line. Jets do keep it in. Whitrock down to Lee. Lee along the boards played it in the middle. That was picked off, but the Jets do a good job of keeping it in.
Yeah, give credit to Arnold for the fact that this puck's in this zone right now. His forecheck, am I saying that right, was excellent. I mean,
absolutely.
Just really put a lot of pressure on him.
And Whitrock, and he fanned on it, but it comes back out to the point, winding up his Redmond a shot, and that was blocked on a nice play that time by Bianchette.
Arnold almost had that. If he got a stick on that, that was going to be a good opportunity.
Now Bianchette with the puck. His long shot blockered behind the goal. Jets take over, and they'll try and work out. Whitrock with it. He tried to make a move. It was poked away from him, and that ends up going into the Jets bench, and there'll be a face-off. 9:14 to go.
That was a little spell with no whistle there. So
Well, and a lot of it was spent into the Jets' end, which, like we were talking about before, a lot of times teams will make a mistake that are in the Lancers' position of, just trying to play defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A lot of times the best defense is a good offense.
Yep.
You can keep the puck in the other end.
There you go.
The other team doesn't score. And the Jets, but the point about all that, too, is that the Jets can't afford to have that happen, is that it looks like they're going to ice the puck here. They need to maintain their own pressure if they want to get back in this game, trailing by 2 with now 9:05 left to go.
Yep. Got to get some activity in front. So.
Lemke line out there. They do have a goal today. In fact, it is Bennett himself who has the goal on a rebound.
Oof.
Oh, puck came right through the middle.
Yeah,
Jets got lucky there.
Nice backhand pass.
In the meantime, here's Lemke. He tipped it to the line, but not out. It was kept in by Wynn. Back for it was Redmond. Back of his net. He'll play it around the near side. Riggs. He was checked as he tried to play it ahead, but the Jets do get it out. They have some numbers trying to work in. Lemke.
Well, that was a nice decision there.
Now it's Redmond. He overskated. We got a penalty coming up, and now we get a whistle. I think there's now going to be coincidentals. A hooking call against Omaha.
Maybe not.
No, I guess that was the original. Then I don't know why he didn't blow that earlier, because they had the puck.
Yeah.
But at any rate, so regardless, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. The Jets get themselves a power play.
Take it. Our first full
They have
one.
been few and far between today.
Yeah.
We'll see whether or not they can do anything with it here. Whitrock wins the draw. Comes back out to the point. Bloom walks the line straight away. A shot that got on goal.
That did get on goal. Wow.
And made the save, did Alfieri, but then Lee with the rebound. He couldn't get a shot on goal, but he does maintain possession. Again, Bloom a shot. That hit traffic in front. Caldwell with the rebound, plays it behind the net out to Lee on the far side. Plays it back out to the point. Walking in toward the top of the circle. Whitrock down low. Got it again, Lee. Lee from a sharp angle, a shot. Alfieri the save. Lee again. We'll play it back to the point. Whitrock. It's kind of a dangerous position for him to be in. The puck comes right through the middle. Nobody can get a stick on it, and then the Lancers send it the length of the ice. 45 seconds now gone by in the Jets' man advantage.
It was nice they got it set up in there and controlled the puck pretty well and got some shots to get through.
Lee dumps it in. Kaufman after for it, lets it go. And the shot put traffic in front, but then Kaufman trying to walk in. He was taken down. The puck goes to the side of the net, covered up by Alfieri.
Yeah, I lost that one too.
And that's the second time in 2 days that Kaufman ends up getting knocked down and then gets punched in the head like 2 or 3 times while he's prone.
Well,
Radoslav Elo yesterday was having a conniption fit when that happened the first time.
Yeah, it's right there in front of the ref. Sure.
56 seconds to go in the power play. Whitrock with another face-off win. Back to the point. A long shot goes wide. Caldwell with the rebound at the right point. He'll just walk the line toward the middle. Now across. One-timer. Bloom. And again, he put it wide. Caldwell couldn't keep it in. As Froloff all over him. Puck in the middle. It's kicked ahead. And Cutler trying to work in. Oh, he made a couple of moves. Then he was checked and knocked down. And the Jets will take over. That was Brody Lee who applied the check and got the puck. Now here's Whitrock into the zone. He pulls up to make a play at the left point. Walks in the middle. Bloom a wrist shot. Hit traffic. Lee with the rebound.
What a save.
And a good save as he was getting knocked down. The goalie has lost his stick, though.
Bad save.
At the moment. Caldwell with it. Caldwell in the middle. Got it across. They need to get a shot while he still doesn't have a stick.
Yep.
Penalty's over, but the Jets still dangerous. A shot that never did quite get through, and then this is going to be an ice on the Lancers. So the Jets had their chances during that power play.
They did.
Could not get a goal, though. They still trail it 4-2, and 6:28 now left to go in regulation time.
Yeah, this is where we need to respond by continuing to have good energy, good pressure, not let them get momentum because of that kill.
Woodworth line out with Brenneman and Krugel. Comes back to the point. Shot by Amon. And that hit the side of the net. You saw the net. A lot of people held their breath, but it was off the end boards and off the back and side of the net. Lancers take over, and they'll get out to center ice. It plays into the zone, trying to center one. Jets break it up and played up the near side boards, and then Brenneman can't get it out. Amon on the far side will get to it and play it in the middle again. That was stopped by the Lancers, and Redmond will go back for it. Kicks it to his stick, can't get it out. And the Jets continue to get hemmed in their own zone. They walk in front. Nice stick by Krugel there, the goaltender, to break that play up. That was an aggressive move. Jets take over in their own zone. Woodworth hit a skate, but he'll get it back. We're down to 5.5 minutes left to go, though.
Let's get this puck out.
And the Jets haven't been able to clear their own zone in a while now. Now, finally, they take over and play it off the glass and down. No icing here, though. And Brenneman will go after for it, back of the net. Alfieri left it in the corner. It is a smart play because otherwise Brenneman might have gotten there first. Brody Lee can't swat it away. The puck comes in the middle and a shot. A lot on that by, I think that might have been Ross. But it goes off the end boards and all the way back out into the Lancer end. They clear it ahead. Bloom knocks it down. Bo into the zone. I don't know if he realizes he actually has a 3-on-2, but I don't think he knew it. Comes back to Whitrock. Now Lee with the puck. Brody plays it back out to the left point. Good job to keep it in by Caldwell. Long wrist shot, hit traffic in front. And the Lancers play it down the ice. Wow. And they'll work back the other way. Nice defensive play that time on the little sweep check by Bloom.
Yep, that was great.
Arnold had that hit in the back of the leg, but a pass ahead. They was looking for Lee, but led him too much, and the puck comes back the other way. And on goal, a shot, and that missed everything.
Yep.
Ended up going over the netting, or over the glass, I should say, and into the netting.
I don't know if that got Krugel's shoulder or not.
It apparently did, because they're keeping the face-off inside the zone. Because if he had shot it straight out, then they'd have moved it out, I assume.
Yep.
Although I don't make any assumptions.
I know. What do we got?
4:23 left to go.
We need to get one here soon, boys.
Comes back out to the point. Shot hit a skate, was wide. Rebound came right out in front. And Krugel had to be alert right there. Puck comes out to center ice. Jets try and work ahead with it. That was offsides, and we do get the whistle. It touched a Lancer player as it came back in the zone. That's actually a bit of a break for the Lancers. It's weird, but, in hockey, there are some times in which things like going offsides will actually be in your benefit.
Yeah. Yep.
There are definitely times where taking a penalty is in your benefit.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, even at the pro level, if you're going to be, 1 out of 4 or 1 out of 5 on a power play, if you do something that is illegal that prevents a near sure goal, then you're giving yourself much better odds.
Yep. You got a 60 or 80% chance of killing it.
So. Yeah, even if it results in a penalty shot.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes. Rainbow shot goes in on goal, and Krugel will field it like a shortstop and hang on. Yeah, it's one of those weird things about hockey rules and the way that it goes. It's one of the reasons why there was a time that I actually favored the idea of a situation where if you commit something that currently gives you a penalty shot, that person still has to serve a penalty whether the guy makes the penalty shot or not.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because otherwise all you're really doing, and this is the idea, is you're restoring the breakaway that the guy got taken away from him.
Yeah.
And that's fine, except that doesn't really give the guy a penalty. It just gives back what he lost.
What he lost, yeah.
And so I'm thinking you should give him back what he lost and also have a penalty.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Otherwise, you're not really discouraging him from doing it. And in fact, you're giving the goaltender a chance to think about it and, be ready and so on and so forth. So anyway, here's Caldwell with the puck. Nobody asked me, by the way.
No.
Big hit from behind, and this one's going to get called as Caldwell. And they're going to call it a cross-check. I think he's actually lucky that that's all they're calling because, he literally hit him in the back of the, almost where his, if we had letters on our jerseys, that's where it would be.
Yeah. Well, all of them have been high. And see,
Now, this is...
Yeah, I'm wondering now.
They must not have called that a timeout. But there's something weird about this, too, because that player should not be allowed to be in the timeout. When you get a penalty, you have to go into the penalty box. And what was sad about it is the referee allowed him to do it.
Yeah.
This is a referee who clearly doesn't know that rule.
Yeah, that's
the rules are for timeouts. You know, when like, for example, a period ends or or so on and so forth. You obviously can leave the box, but in the case of a timeout, people that have gotten penalties are not allowed to go to the bench during the timeout. And so even if in this situation where a penalty was called, he should be in the box. We're also really not totally sure they had the timeout.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how what happened.
Well,
the second period
we talked about that when that happened. He did actually make the timeout indication. When Omaha was looking for an explanation on something.
Well, we need to.
And the thing about it is that if it wasn't a timeout, a lot of the stuff that they allowed to happen, they shouldn't have allowed to happen. So, for example, if all it was an explanation, in both cases, both goaltenders went to the bench. You're not allowed to do that.
That's right. That's exactly
during an explanation, or whatever.
Yeah.
And so the officials just allowed things to happen that aren't allowed, just like in this situation where they allowed a player who is penalized to be at the bench during a timeout. That's just simply against, I don't know why that's the rule, but it is.
Yeah, but it is the rule. You're right.
In the meantime, Jets do have a power play here. Obviously, they need a goal. 3 minutes left to go. Bloom straight away, looking for an angle, sends it across. Whitrock, top of the circle, a shot hit traffic. Gets his own rebound, circles around, sends it straight away from Bloom. Another shot
off the
that
post.
did get through. I think it hit something on the way through and then hit the post.
Yep.
And the one-timer, Bloom again. That went right through the middle. Lancers trying to poke it ahead. They do. Trushinsky will just dump it in toward the empty net, and it was well wide of the goal. One thing, it's interesting that he waited till he got to the red line because he didn't need to since they're shorthanded. Jets are playing 6-on-4. Whitrock with it. In the middle, Bloom. And on goal, a shot that hit a leg, goes wide, and then the rebound was stopped. Good play by Lee, except it was knocked down by a high stick. And so Krugel is going to have to go back in for this face-off because it's coming all the way back into the Jets' end.
Minute 12 left on the power play.
2:22 in regulation time. Clock is certainly becoming a factor for the Jets. Imagine you'll see Krugel, once he leaves after the Jets can get possession here, if they can, he won't be coming back for the rest of the game, whether they score or not on the power play. Maybe for the center ice face-off. Krugel does come off the ice. Jets got a little bit of a break there. They substituted for the goaltender early on this play.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Krugel actually fell on his way to the bench. And so the guy coming off the bench came off way early.
Oh, boy.
But nobody apparently noticed it. Or, again, for all I know, they just don't know the rule.
Sheesh.
That goes off the skate of Whitrock and out to center ice. Jets are going to have to regroup here. Half a minute to go in the power play. Bloom with the puck. He'll work it on right wing and dump it around to the far side. Kaufman trying to go after for it. Goes into the corner. Up ahead. It was knocked down. Played back toward the point. But in between the defenseman, and Bloom has to come back for it. So once again, he'll gain the zone. In on goal. Makes a move. In on goal, a shot. And a save by Alfieri. The rebound sent the length of the ice. No icing as they're still shorthanded for another 5 seconds. And the Lancers get there first and they score.
Yep.
So that's going to do it. The proverbial nail in the coffin.
Definitely.
With a 3-goal lead. And again, the unfortunate thing there is that, with the Jets, you needed to know that that it wasn't going to be an icing. And it did not seem like they were in a huge hurry to get back there.
I agree.
You can't allow the other team to get to the puck first.
Yep. Because you still have a minute 11 left, and a lot can happen when you got a man advantage. So that was a big effort by Omaha there.
It wasn't that. But anyway, what happens, happens.
Yep. Well, the boys battled. They battled back and thought we played a pretty good third period, too.
They did. And certainly the last part of the second period as well.
Oh, absolutely there.
Woodworth trying to work in. We're down to the last 50 seconds to go. Jets trailing by 3 and a shot Alfieri. And by the way, we shouldn't take away from the fact that Michael Alfieri played a really good game.
Yeah, man, absolutely. No, I have any idea what shots on goal are, but yeah. No doubt.
I will say the other thing about the Jets, like comparing yesterday to today, is that they really the effort level that wasn't there as much as that shot from Pipe goes wide. The first period and a half of the game, which it's hard to maintain that sort of stuff.
Yep,
but
it is.
But they need to learn that what level of play they need to play at, and that's not. It can't be just when you play Omaha either. It's got to be all the time.
That's right. Yep.
Under half a minute left to go. Krugel's back in net, as you can see, obviously. But so that's part of it. The other thing is that the Jets have to understand with the kind of team they have and the kind of scoring they're going to get. Think about where they were and where all these goals came in. They have got to go to the dirty areas of the ice if they're going to want to get some goals.
Yep.
Again, not just against Omaha, but against everybody.
Yeah.
And we did that yesterday and not so much today.
Yep.
Well, that's going to do it. The horn sounds, and the Omaha Junior Lancers get a measure of revenge with a regulation victory against the Kansas City Jets, 5-2, the final here from Liberty First Arena in Ralston.
I think you hit the nail on the head. You know, good teams will play with the same intensity level in every game, no matter who the competition is. And this weekend was a good experience for us to see how we can perform when we're playing at a high level of energy. And if you do that all 3 periods, every game, it's going to be a good season.
Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully they will continue to do that. But that's the thing. That's the teachable moment for this game, I think, for this JV squad. Now, another big question, probably a little more close to your heart, Mr. Zimlich, is whether or not the varsity team is going to do the same thing coming up here, because they're going to, there's no question, they're in the exact same position as this JV team was in. They beat this Lancer team. In fact, they beat them a lot more convincingly than the JV team, who just got a shootout win.
Yeah.
And so you know that the Lancers are going to be coming after you. You know that they also had a very, very strong performance from an energy level standpoint and so on, something they have not really done this year in other games. And the question is, is that something that they were taught yesterday? This is how we always have to play.
Yeah.
Or are we going to see a carbon copy here where they come out a little flatter and so on and so forth? I don't know.
Yeah, and you talk about this being a learning experience for the JV boys, but it's the varsity boys that hopefully watch the beginning of this game can see that, hey, if we come out playing like that or not at our highest level, we could find ourselves in a hole as well.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, the final here is Lancers 5, Jets 2. As you can sort of see behind the graphic there, the Jets are coming out for the warm-up period on the varsity side of things. That'll go 10 minutes, a 15-minute ice make. The starting lineups and anthem will get on the air a little after the anthem, so it'll be roughly a half an hour from now. So it's a bit of a late start. This game was supposed to be a noon game, and it's 18 minutes in front of noon. So if you're thinking about tuning in for the JV game, don't be surprised if at noon we're not quite on the air. We'll come on the air probably roughly 10 minutes past.
There we go.
And hopefully we'll see whether or not this varsity team, what kind of performance they can come up with. So
it'll be fun to watch.
The final here, 5-2. Lancers on top of the Jets. Thanks for tuning in here on Kansas City Jets JV Hockey here on the Jets Hockey Network.
You gotta support the puck. Do I have to tell you this? And we're getting killed on the boards. Hello. This is your territory, Grimson. Do your job. Grimson.
Hello? Hi, honey. What? Al? All right. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, sweetheart. Hey, it's my girl. You know, my daughter.
Love. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.